And I have here with me Honorable Abiodun Tobun, lawmaker representing Ekpe Constituency 1 in the Lagos State House of Assembly. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It's nice to see your face again.
It's my pleasure seeing you too.
All right, so it's the 35th day since the students of Ekpe Model College were declared missing. I mean, parents are still traumatized. What is going on?
Well, it's pathetic. We feel with the parents, and it still amazes us, because by now we feel the student will have been backed and joined with their parents. We sympathize and empathize, and we feel for them. We feel the parents are going through trauma, and we feel the state government is really feeling for them, and we believe, we have confidence that the children will soon join their parents and their colleagues in school.
Yes, sir. I know earlier this month this particular issue was brought on the floor of the House at one of the House's plenary, where lawmakers were talking passionately about the rise in the cases of kidnapping in the state. And I could remember that the Speaker of the House actually made mention of the fact that this state presently has the Neighborhood Safety Corps in place, but these guys are not so much on ground. How do you feel about this? Because the question on the list of many is, what is happening with the Neighborhood Safety Corps? What's going on?
Well, I think the Neighborhood Safety Corps that's put in place by the government is supposed to help the police in intelligence and information gathering. You know, it's a new outfit, security outfits, started with information gathering, and you know they are limited in terms of equipment, available for them to operate. They were only given buttons, the vehicles, motorbike, and the cycle. So they still need to get more important equipment, that is security equipment, that can make them track, that can make them feel, you understand, and that can be useful in information gathering. Now that the thing is becoming complex on a regular basis, the government, being a responsive and responsible government, will be ready. But with the way they are, they still need more training, they still need more equipment to be able to function effectively on the information gathering and dissemination of the same information that the police, without being hurt.
Are you saying at the moment they don't have what it takes to carry out the task committed to their hands? They don't have the
they have it, but they don't have it fully. Just like Nigerian police too. Do we say they have all the necessary equipment needed to cope these things? No, we are building on it. Don't forget, criminals too are equally very wise. So I feel we still need to do more apart from what we're doing. And I know the government is aware that we still need to do more, and they are planning to do more.
All right, away from the Neighborhood Safety Corps, are you satisfied with whatever efforts we're talking about the police force now, yes. Are you satisfied with whatever efforts they are putting in place now?
Well, presently, Nigerian police, they are trying. They have just improved on their activities. Like I told you, that is why Lagos State for some time has been clamoring for state police to enable the government to fund them adequately. You understand? But federal government, with what they are doing, we're having about 300,000 policemen to cover about 5,032 units with over 170 million people. Adequately not enough. Like in our country here, just about recently, that Governor Akumi Ambode imported some mobile CCTV, not like those ones that were, installed around and they monitor them effectively. So I still feel Nigerian police still need to be equipped. Nigerian police still need to be encouraged. Nigerian police still needs to be ensured and fortified so that they can perform more than what they are doing now. A situation by now where we have optical fibers installed on our waterways to monitor.
Because they are actually porous.
Very, very porous.
A number of times these guys have had to use the waterways as an escape route.
Exactly. So by now I feel we will have got to a stage where we have optical fibers, where we can install it on our waterways. That any vessels or vehicle or flying boats that pass through that as it will be recorded. So if criminals pass through that place, we will be recorded, it will pick and send signal back to office. But where we just keep on using the old analog system that we're using, especially now that the whole thing is digitalized, we will be working far behind schedule.
Okay, before you continue,
yes.
You represent one of the two constituencies in Ekpe. Yes. Why is there so much focus on Ekpe? I know they've launched a number of attacks somewhere in Ikorodu area of Lagos as well, but this is about the second or third time this terror gang would launch an attack on Ekpe. So why is there so much focus on that community?
For some reasons. One, Ekpe is closer to the water line, is a community along the waterways. Then secondly, when development is coming, sometimes come with this kind of challenges. But the ability of the state to nip it in bud and run the criminals of the state or the community, as the case may be, will determine the dynamism of that government. So we are more vigilant, and the government presently has dragged what we call gunboats to that access to ensure that we monitor that area effectively. And don't forget too that government is equally giving them helicopter to make sure they monitor from the aerial, you understand, and the ground combatants were equally there to monitor them. We are doing our best, and I believe we're still going to do more. So the people of Ekpe too, we are not going to compromise. We are going to expose them where necessary, and we are going to give information where necessary. Usually in most cases, people are always afraid to give information because of being maimed or being attacked or being, but we feel if our people now feel if you don't give information, that means they will be in their rooms when criminals will come and pick them just like chicken.
And still talking about the Lagos State government dealing with these issues. Earlier this month, parents of these kidnapped students were at the State House here in Alausa. Of course, they came on a peaceful protest. But in my chat with them, what they were actually saying is that they want the state government to intervene.
Well, I want to use the opportunity to assure the parents that governments are not sleeping on it. They are working 24/7 to ensure that these children regain their freedom and join with their parents and their colleagues. And don't forget, this purely security matters. Government is working tirelessly because it's an embarrassment to us, to the government. It's an embarrassment to the community, and the parents were not happy with what is going on. So we feel for the parents, we feel with them, we feel their pains. And I must tell you that the governor, the government, the parliament, and the people of Lagos State, we feel for the parents. We know what they are going through. We know the trauma, and we know that we should not forget that it's purely a security matters. And security matters need to be treated, codedly. It will be out of it for government to come out and start telling them what steps they have taken, 24/7. Because don't forget that this criminal too, they have gone haywire. They now work through internet too, and they want to monitor the government.
So, what would you like to say to residents of the state who are presently panicking or who are not sure of the safety of their lives and their property in the state in the light of the issues we are having with kidnapping activities in the state?
Well, I just want to assure residents, citizens, and those who are doing business legally that Lagos still remains the safest state in the country. There may be pockets of criminal activities that happens in part of Lagos State, and this happens everywhere in the world. But I want to tell you that the government is more committed, so passionate about security of life and properties, and we never leave any stone unturned in ensuring that criminals have no hidden place in Lagos State.
All right, just before I let you go, Honorable, I want us to talk a little bit about the anti-kidnapping bill that was passed by the House earlier this year, which was also signed by the State Governor, Akinwumi Ambode, also in this year. I know there are different sections of that law that talked about or that spelled out varying degrees of punishment for the offender. There's a particular one that actually talked about death penalty in the case or situations whereby the victim died in captivity.
Exactly.
How effective is this law in the light of the many issues surrounding kidnapping activities in Lagos?
Well, the governor of the state has said it in the clear terms, and the House has stand by it, and even Nigerian Bar Association is in support that the full lot of law must be brought before anybody that commits crimes or that worked against the provision of the law. You understand? For those who going to suffer a death penalty if their kidnaps die in the captivity in captives, they should be sure that there's no bending of rule. There's no bending. The governor has assured us
If the victim dies,
if the victim dies in their possession, they should know they're going to die. And even if a victim comes out uninjured, you are going to suffer a life imprisonment.
so the anti-kidnapping law, what you're saying is still very effective.
Very
and
effective.
able to stem the tide of kidnapping in Lagos.
will surely stand it. You know, it was just signed this year, I think February, you understand. So with that, now seeing what is going on, even what is the name of this criminal, Evans, said it, that if the security officers in Lagos State, the combination of the police officers and the security teams from Abuja can get him arrested. He said it equivocally, in a clear language, that there is no criminal that want to operate in Lagos State that will not be arrested. So I want to urge our criminals who have that intention to operate in Lagos State to move out of Lagos State. Or better say, stop the bad act. He has advised you that you should stop the game, you should stop the act. There is no more pain, that you will be arrested. So I want to urge you to stop it, it's no more pain, you will be arrested, and Lagos security officers are more ready, more combatant, more equipped to be able to nip criminality in bud. And we are going to work we are going to cooperate, we are going to collaborate with the executives to make sure that criminality did not have a place in Lagos State.
Quite a lot has been said about the activities of kidnappers in the state, which the lawmakers still insist have gone down a little bit owing to the joint efforts of the legislature and the executive in the area of security of lives and property in the state. They appealed to Lagos residents, most especially parents of the kidnapped students, not to fret over their safety. They remain optimistic that the anti-kidnapping law will achieve its aim of reining in perpetrators of these heinous acts.
When you talk about law, you are really coming to a very fundamental solution to criminalities. The effect of what has happened, over years can never be stopped immediately. It takes a gradual process, and as we go ahead and give much of publicity to the law, we can be rest assured that it will really have a bite very soon.
We proposed a bill, to fight this surge in the operation of kidnappers in the state. But the law can only be enforced when the culprits are apprehended. I share in the pains of the parents, the House of Assembly, through the Speaker, share in their pains, and of course discussions are going on with government, and I'm sure the governor is also doing his best as the Chief Security Officer of the state in ensuring that all security apparatus are working. One day, I am sure the matter will become resolved.
And that's it on this special episode of the program, which focuses on the kidnap of the 6 students of Ekpe Model College in Lagos. We thank you for staying with us. Till I see you again next week. Remember, you can watch previous episodes of the program on www.youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Ambola Agbebi.